Conor McGregor. McGregor from Ireland. And yes, his loyal fans who will be sure to watch this video, and the most intelligent comment they will put is, who the fuck is this guy? Who the fuck is this guy? Please come with something more original than this uneducated shit. Copying someone's fucking one witty line. Think of something original. Sometimes I wonder, our Irish brothers and sisters, do they only eat potatoes since that famine of theirs? And their head must be filled with mash. So come out with something better, right? Having said that, let this video be my opinion, since it's my channel, about the end of Conor McGregor the Great. Okay, first and foremost, where credit is due. And yes, very important before I do start. My previous videos that I put about Conor McGregor, I made the mistake of not doing a little bit of research, and I gave my opinion. Where my analysis about his character was correct, the factual, some of the factual statements were wrong. So I have to apologize for that. So that is why this time I did a little bit of research before I do speak. Okay, now this video speaks more about the end of Conor McGregor and why he sold his Proper 12 whiskey. This is my analysis. You can let me know if I'm right or wrong. Now first, let's give credit where credit is due. Conor McGregor is a once-in-a-lifetime athlete, once-in-a-lifetime personality who has achieved such incredible success that you and I would never be able to replicate or duplicate. He is a very rare individual. It's like he's the 1% of, the world's population, less than 1%. I mean, his rise to fame is second to none. His mic skills, his ability to hype up fights, sell himself, play psychological warfare. There's been nobody like him since Muhammad Ali. In fact, I would rate Muhammad Ali, Floyd Mayweather, these guys really good. Even WWE superstars, they're very good at promos, like The Rock. So Conor McGregor, same. He has mastered the art of, playing psychological warfare, like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Okay? But having said that, Conor McGregor also, I think, became too successful too fast. Like one of my friends, she's a Muay Thai fighter. She's a model, not Muay Thai fighter. She practices Muay Thai. She practices boxing. She's an ex-Miss World, Miss India contestant. What she tells, she calls him this white trash. She actually has this term for him. And even though she does admire his skills, she considers him as an individual pretty stupid, and she doesn't like him. And I understand why. The reason being is, see, Conor, where he got easy success, not easy in the sense he got so much of money pouring in all of a sudden, where he kind of used this to create that aura, that brand of the brash Conor McGregor. I think somewhere down the line the success did go to his head, which you can't blame him because he's only in his 30s. Okay, when I was in my 30s, I did a lot of stupid shit, man. So yes, he made some very smart decisions, like having Conor Productions or Conor Media, McGregor Media, McGregor Investments. He did a lot of good for the community, like building houses, giving to charity, building, gyms and all that, and leveraging on his brand. In fact, I think he even got a game after him. He came on UFC. So in the corporate world and business world, he has really done it. And I think the climax was when he came out with this Proper 12 whiskey. And unlike the mistake that I made last time, where I said he's a brand spokesperson, yes, he's a brand spokesperson, but he's the owner of this company, the company that came out with Proper 12. So he's the owner. Now this company, which was BECLE, Beckel, okay, whatever. So this company kind of helped Conor McGregor bring out this brand, and initially they invested 20%. Okay, so they are a very big company. So they helped Conor McGregor. They worked together, and in 2020, because the whiskey was doing so well, they purchased a 49% stake in the year 2020. And now, a few days ago, Conor McGregor sold the Proper 12 brand to them. Okay? Now, Proper 12, it seems it's valued at roughly 500 million to 600 million. And unofficial claims, which have not been verified, state that Proper 12 whiskey is the 4th largest selling whiskey in the world. Now, I do not know how far that is true, and neither do I know how does it taste. Now, in terms of taste, there are mixed feelings. Some people say it's disgusting. Some people say it's a worst tasting whiskey. So there are mixed emotions and feelings. Because I feel, when you're talking of something that is so personal, it's a very personal, it's a very intimate, object that you associate yourself with, like alcohol, drinking alcohol, or like a person who drinks Budweiser does not like any other beer. A person who loves Heineken doesn't like any other, like a person who likes Guinness. So in the same way, people who like certain whiskies, okay, I have never touched alcohol, so I do not know. Like people who drink Chivas Regal, they do not like any other brand. I know people in India who might drink cheap alcohol. They like that. They do not like anything expensive. So there are people who like Johnny Walker. There are different whiskeys. I don't even know if I'm saying the right name for the right brands. Okay, I don't know if it's a whiskey, but I'm assuming it's a whiskey. So even Russians who drink vodka, okay, Smirnoff or whatever. So everyone has their own preference for these alcoholic beverages. Okay, and they don't change so easily. Just like having a chocolate. I like, say, a particular chocolate in a way. If a new chocolate comes out, new brand, there's very less possibility that I might like it. So in the same way, alcohol is even more stronger, more addictive. So his alcohol apparently had mixed reviews. But Conor McGregor really pushed hard. He worked very hard to make this brand a success. And it is a success. It's known by everyone. Now, the question, how long will it last, is a big question. That's a very big question, because if you cannot sell or people do not like the taste, they'll discontinue. Now I'll tell you where I question the longevity of Proper 12. People, because they are loyal to Conor McGregor and they are fans of his, when he came out with this brand, they bought it. But now when Conor McGregor will not be there, there'll be no association of Proper 12 to him. So the question is, would people still prefer it? The second one is, when Conor McGregor was winning and he was succeeding and he was steamrolling through all the competitive athletes, there was an emotional attachment, there was a psychological association that you had with this whiskey. But now, after he's no longer there and he's not winning fights, who would want to associate? I mean, have you noticed any brand, from Adidas to Nike to, Under Armour, or any other brand, whether it's Cheetos that signed up with this fighter, I can't get his name here. Do they associate with fighters when they are succeeding, or would they prefer associating with a fighter when they are losing? Nobody wants a loser. Conor McGregor lately has been losing fights. From Khabib, he lost a fight, but then he bounced back with Donald Cerrone. But now he lost to Dustin Poirier. Now the question is, if he loses another 4-5 fights, finished. His UFC career is over. And like I've always told you before, you reach your prime only once. You can't keep reaching your prime. That is why many of these athletes, when they continue past their prime, they start losing fights. It has happened to Mike Tyson. It has happened to, cricketers. So when you're at the top, it's best you leave. Otherwise, your legacy will be tainted. I mean, Fedor Emelianenko. I can't get his full name. He continued past his prime. And then, until 30 fights or something, nobody could touch him. But once he started to lose, he kept losing and he lost his air of invincibility. Now, after Conor McGregor lost once, that air of invincibility is gone. And then he took this massive break. Yes, he cashed in one of the biggest fights of the century. That was him versus Floyd Mayweather. I'll tell you, even I was bought into the hype. And I was like, fuck, can he actually do it? And he, this Mystic Mac persona where we thought, yes, he can predict the round and he can predict how he'll win. He predicted in the 4th round he's going to knock him out. It didn't happen, right? Because Floyd Mayweather's skills are too superior, man. So Conor McGregor's, when he starts losing, it will affect the brand. And the brand would want to disassociate with the loser. Okay. The third one is Conor McGregor is spending money carelessly. You cannot spend money the way Conor McGregor is spending. Paying 1 million for a watch in UAE, buying a Rolls Royce every fucking time or renting it out or whatever, having an entourage that follows you everywhere. You'll get bankrupt, man. I mean, the taxes itself, you'll have to pay 30-35%. Then you have to pay your managers and people who are handling your brand, 20% there. So 50% is gone. Then you have 50% left. And he has a large family and he must be supporting so many friends and families. And then on top of that, charity. So roughly, let's assume he has 50% of his earnings left. How long does it last when you start blowing money left, right and center? That's another problem. Most of these athletes, the reason why they end up getting broke is because they make this stupid mistake of thinking that they'll earn money forever. Now, Conor McGregor, I would like to believe, is a smart guy who is cautious about the future, and maybe that is why he sold the brand. Because see, remember, Conor McGregor is not a businessman. He's a fighter. Running a business, you can't. So many athletes, so many have opened up businesses and shut it down. Like celebrities like Flavor Flav, they opened up like a KFC, shut down, losses. Then Ja Rule, he opened up so many businesses, dabbled, finished, gone. MC Hammer lived a life of fucking luxury and he lost everything. He burned through what, 100 million or something? Mike Tyson, the best example, Mike Tyson. See how he lived his life. I mean, check even basketball athletes, check anybody. Athletes have a very short shelf life, man. And then you have the rest of their life. What the fuck are you going to do? You can teach other people, but that's how you live. But the problem with Conor McGregor is what made him famous is he flaunting his wealth. He has got this following because he shows a lifestyle of the rich and famous. Rolls Royce, custom made suits, then the high life, going in private jets, buying watches, buying snake leather boots or whatever. So that is what makes him so unique. But now when you cannot flaunt your wealth like that, you'll start losing followers. And then you have the infamous court cases. I mean, okay, I can tell you one thing. The incident with Khabib was maybe to sell the fight. But I also feel that incident with Khabib took place because he thought he was invincible, and I think he was slightly high on drugs. This is just my assumption, okay? Correct me if I'm wrong. I think he was high on all these addictive substances that went to his head. And yes, I do believe he wanted to hype up this fight because he's not a person who wants to kill or murder or harm anyone. He's not an evil person. He definitely doesn't want to kill anyone, but he is a typical this hooligan type bully, okay? He's just like this gangster kind of this thing. He wanted to flex his mother, but you don't fuck around with Khabib, man. These mountain living Muslims, oh, you don't fuck around with them. They are Spartan and they are disciplined. I'll tell you, these are not people you'd want to fuck around with, because they are the type who, even if they have only their finger is left, with their finger they'll try to kill you. I mean, they are that crazy. And Khabib and his entourage, they're a bunch of savages. Irish maybe, you know, they have the fighting spirit in their blood, but Dagestanis, they are a killer. They're a killer, group. See, one thing is, okay, fine, you can be tough, rough mentally in your head and all that, but then you also need to factor in your physical strength, your ability to, deliver what you say that you will do. And for Conor McGregor, the road that he was going to start this fight, I mean, they wouldn't leave you. And these, you're talking of Chechen people and all that, my goodness, they are born fighters here. It's not just born fighters, it's like kamikaze, And Conor McGregor thought he could play around with, he went to Russia, and I remember this famous photograph where Putin came to shake his hand and take a photo, and he put his arm around Putin. He took advantage of that. A very big no-no. Immediately his bodyguard over here told him, you can see the video when Conor McGregor put his arm around Putin to take a photograph. Immediately he got a warning from one of the guys at the side, I think bodyguard or whatever, and he was like, sorry. Yeah, you can be tough rough, but you cross the line. And Putin, my goodness, America shakes in front of Putin. The fuck, you're just a small fighter. Forget bullets, small tick. Someone does, you will die, man. Come on. So, okay, Conor McGregor, like I said, he has achieved a lot of things, but he has not learned how to handle his success, especially his money. And the amount of money that came in was fucking crazy. Then he made all these fucking problems and court cases. Okay. So now the thing is, Conor McGregor is coming toward the end of his MMA career. If he sticks around much more and he does not win, that's going to be a massive liability. The only option that he has is leave UFC. If he leaves UFC, maybe Bellator or someone would take him. But then again, if his price tag is too high, that will be a big question. They would only take him if he can draw a crowd. And then if he gets pitted against very tough opponents and he loses, like this guy, one really good-looking fighter who was in UFC. I can't get his name. I'll see if I can put his photograph and his name on the screen. This guy went to one fighting championship. He left UFC. Young boy. He went and they pitted him against, they paid him a very big joining bonus. And they pitted him against a murdering fucking fighter. That guy socked him on his jaw. He broke his facial bones in 8 places with one punch. 8 places his face was fractured. And ever since, that guy has not been able to fight. I mean, Conor McGregor, he himself has said he doesn't want to be a fighter who will have brain damage or, multiple injuries. And as it is, he has enough injuries. So the Conor McGregor, that air of invincibility, that brand, will get seriously harmed if he continues fighting. And worse if he loses. Okay. So now the sale that he made was, he was worth 120 million. That is as of now. He sold Proper 12 whiskey for 150 million allegedly. So now he is double. He's worth double. Let's assume he is at 300 million. But now the question is, I think it comes down to, number one, yes, he gets a salary from Proper 12 to, promote the brand. But if he lives the way he is currently living, money will die out very fast. And I can tell you one thing, money dies out very, very fast. I might not be a millionaire or whatever, but within my earnings, I know if I earn and I live the same way as I earn, it'll be 0. So if I earn 100 and after taxes, everything else, I live at 40, I've saved 60 for a rainy day. So if Conor McGregor has to survive with these earnings, he needs to continue like this. Or he can go to WWE like Ronda Rousey. He can go to WWE and see, maybe in wrestling. Or he can try his hand in movies. But he'll have to figure out what he has to do. So the main reason why he sold Proper 12 is because I think, number one, he realized his star power is coming down. Number two is his fighting days are summed up. Number 3 is he can't maintain this lifestyle of showing big cars, big Rolls Royce, big watches every single time. You can't. And these suits that he's buying, how many times can he wear the same suit? How many suits do you wear on a given day? I mean, look at me. I hardly have purchased any clothes. Because how many clothes do you wear, man? Just check your own cupboard. How many clothes do you wear? You might wear 2 or 3 every time during a week. So he is buying these bespoke suits, which are costing a fortune, but he's wearing them only once. It's a total waste. Especially if you don't get a ROI on it, man. And last but not the least, I think, he came from zero. He reached such a high level. Now the question is, can he stay here? The fact is, he can't. He will come down. But now the question is, how much more lower does he come? Till where does he come? And then, what does he do after that? I think these are the very big questions that Conor McGregor is asking himself. He's a very intelligent guy. I'm pretty sure he has smart people surrounding him. But to maintain that lifestyle will be very hard. To continue this successful streak will be impossible. And eventually, I think it's just going to die out. And I think the biggest mistake he can make is starting off new business ventures, because he's not a businessman. And you can't learn the ins and outs of being a businessman, just like that. And even if you do learn, the chances of you being successful are a big question. So for me personally, this sale of the Proper 12 whiskey is nothing but the fact that Conor McGregor knows the end is coming of his glory days. Now he'd want to take a back seat, be quiet, enjoy with his earnings, and make sure that it sustains and lives for a long time. Because otherwise, the question is, what will he do next? Maybe open a gym, maybe train some people. That is a question I think we all are trying to figure out the answers to. What can we do to keep earning money even after we become old? And we are no longer useful in the corporate world. So these are the points of analysis that I wanted to give you, and why I feel Conor McGregor's glory days are over. And the very fact that he sold his Proper 12 whiskey is nothing but a testament that, yes, his glory days are over. So this is what I wanted to share with you guys. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think? Do you agree, disagree? Whatever it is, I will be more than happy to, read your views. And please, one request. Just putting a stupid shitty statement like, who the fuck is this guy? Please don't be... Please impress me with something more than this. Okay? And yeah, oh, look at his tattooed face. That's the only fucking... Who the... Something intelligent. Something worthwhile. Okay? I hope we get something worthwhile. And I'd love to read your views. Okay? You guys take care. It's me signing off. Ciao.